Oh, you know.
Howdy.
That's Travis. I'm Kevin. And this is H&H Prospecting. We're back at the same spot out on Brush Creek. Really anxious to get down there and finish cleaning that hole out. Bedrock is kind of just basically making a turn and kind of found a wall. So we're going to keep chasing that down and hopefully pull some nice big nuggets out of there. We'll get all the equipment unloaded off the carts. Go down our little treacherous ankle breaking hill. We'll get everything set up and show you the crack that we're working in and what we're chasing. So, pitter patter, let's get at her. Alright, been running for a couple hours now. Take a little break, have some lunch. Just kind of show you guys what's going on, what we're working with, and what the game plan here is. Can see there are a couple nice pieces sitting in the siding mat there. There's some mercury covered ones there and there again. I'm sure there's more below in this siding mat here. So basically what's happened is Travis has followed the bedrock around here. It's basically circled down, hit a wall, and then it kind of comes back this way and starts climbing back up. So now that he's reached the bottom of it pretty much, you can see that there's another crack running along this way up to the top here. So we're just going to kind of push everything down into that hole and just kind of keep cleaning it out. We do know that there's a lot more heavies being deposited here. I mean, big pieces of iron, big chunks of stuff still coming out of this hole. And we'll just keep on working that and then eventually move our way up the creek. Our pump is pretty much running faster than the creek, unfortunately, so we've had to move some stuff around, do some diverting. We have to keep slowing the pump down because we're sucking it dry faster than it's refilling. But luckily, because of the way those gold hog mats sit, especially with our siding or our dampening mat there, the gold will just get locked down. I did put a good old Garrett super sluice pan down there to make sure we're not losing anything, just to be safe. So yeah, good day. Definitely seeing some nice colors come up. Picked a couple of pickers right out of the cracks. A couple of weird looking little fishies hanging out down there around the dredge nozzle.
Yeah, I haven't seen the salamanders yet today.
I saw one salamander today. Yeah, we'll have some lunch, have a nice cold soda pop, and we'll get back on it. Hopefully find a lot more shiny. So just looking around and noticed iron and nails sitting right here on top of this bedrock. And since this is kind of the entrance for this whole hole that we're digging in, notice that the bedrock drops down on all three sides and then kind of picks back up and V's out. So we're going to dredge out that little section too, and hopefully it's hiding some nice little chunkers. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. So what's starting to happen now, since we've removed so much material out of this hole and the water is actually filling in the hole now, basically the pump is working faster than it is, so we're having to let the pump idle down, let it fill back up, and then go back to it. I wouldn't recommend doing that so much if you're running just any type of regular ladders and carpets. Luckily, the way that the gold hog mats are and the way that our hopper box works, especially with that dampening mat, it kind of forces everything to get locked and held down in there, so we're not stressing about blowing everything out. But just in case, I mean, I do have the pan sitting down there. So while this is refilling, and since this water's kind of dirty and mucky, you can't really see where he's working. You can go up there at that hole, get all the material pulled off the top, the big rocks pulled off the top, and then dredge that hole clean, and then work our way back down to that again. So the hole at this bottom of this little waterfall, going down this big rock face of bedrock, Bedrock on that side as well, and then it climbs back up. This is bedrock right here. It looks. How far deep are you down already, Trav?
Almost 2 feet.
Almost 2 feet and it's still going. That's a trap. It's a trap. Hopefully there's nuggets in there.
I'm surprised that nuggets from 3 days ago was over there after coming through that trap.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, I mean, you know, we're down there finding big nuggets, well, decent sized nuggets. And there's another trap here, which means those nuggets made it through that trap. So, what logically would tell you is that there should be nuggets in this trap as well. And that's the way it's flowing. So, there's only really one way to find out. So, pitter patter, let's get back at her. Alright, so we're calling it for the day. We got about another 6 hours in on the sluice. I've already got it picked up in the pump up the hill. Just wanted to kind of show you our awesome little tailings trail, if you will, after 3 days. So one day at 6 hours, first day 4 hours, and the other day probably 5. So somewhere between 14 and 15 hours on that little 1.5 inch dredge nozzle that's bezeled down to 1 inch. So quite a bit more material moved with that thing than we would by hand. Got another big old ball of mercury pulled out of there. So we're going to finish getting everything cleaned up, loaded on the carts. We'll head home. We're going to take the gold from the last 3 trips out here, all from this little area here at Brush Creek. We'll get it all cleaned up, throw it on a scale, and see what it looks like. Alright, so we got everything up from the creek. Got the carts about loaded up. I did want to mention, because earlier in the video I showed that we had the pan sitting down there at the end of the sluice. The gold hog mats definitely did their job. Wasn't a single piece of gold, wasn't even any black sand down in that pan. So, load it up, get ready to head home, get ready to clean that gold. Want to get our thank yous in again, everyone who has already subscribed. Thanks guys, we appreciate you taking your time, checking us out. If you haven't subscribed already, we hope you like what you saw today. We hope we earn your subscription. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when we post new videos. I try to do at least 2 a week if we can, depending on weather and what else is going on. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please share. Please like, leave us comments, do my best to talk back to you. Or not talk back to you, but talk to you. Again, Republic Mining, you guys are awesome. We appreciate you putting these claims together for the clubs. We can come out and play on them. Armadillo Mining in Grants Pass. If anybody needs any mining equipment, I don't care where you live, get a hold of Sam at Armadillo Mining in Grants Pass. Whatever you need. Even if you don't know what you need, she'll tell you what you need. She'll get it sent to you, no matter where you're at, okay? Check them out. They're good people. Again, big thanks to the cousin John Hopkins for the tunes. String Theory Studios. One of these days I'll get that right without slurring it. One more time, a big thank you to all you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Get out there. Kick some rocks over. As you know, get that shiny. Would you look at all the gooses? That's a bunch of geeses.
Okay, you know how it feels.